For some analysis, let me turn to Gustau Alegret. He's an international journalist here in Washington. So, Gustau, what is the likelihood of a government shutdown at this point?
We are heading to see again the government closed unless at the very last minute they are able to strike a deal. But so far, it seems difficult right now. What it does, it's at stake, it's the leadership of Speaker McCarthy, who is dealing with a rebellion inside the Republican Party. The hard-line Republicans are imposing their own view, forcing McCarthy to push the government until the avert of a new shutdown that would bring, again, the crisis in Washington.
So why does this, I mean, you're an international journalist. You cover U.S. politics, you cover Congress. Do we wonder what the rest of the world thinks about this? I mean, it seems to happen a lot in America.
It happens a lot, but it's difficult to explain because America has a very unique system of dividing their powers, and it's part of the Congress' responsibility to allocate money, to approve the bills, to fund or defund the specific policies. And that's the result of the balance of powers that they were created as it was created this country. The government relies on Congress in order to get the money to fund the programs. And when there is a political party in the White House, but the control of the House of Representatives or the Senate on the hands of the other party, and there is no willing to deal an agreement, then we reach this type of crisis. In the past, when this happened, nobody knew it because there was a willingness to reach an agreement between both parties. But the polarization that America is under in recent years provokes or brings this democracy to this type of crisis that in the past were not as usual as they are right now.
It seems like much of this, the issue or trouble, if you will, really started with a group of hardline conservatives in the House, which, as you mentioned, is controlled by Republicans. What are they demanding when it comes to deep spending cuts? I was talking to a colleague of mine, and we read some more, and some of the things they're suggesting, they want cuts that would affect some of the poorest and most vulnerable Americans in this country. I mean, at this point, Gustau, is there any room for compromise? Surely the Democratic side is not going to go for this.
Well, right now, let's be honest with this. Right now, there is not a dispute between Democrats and Republicans. It's a dispute between Republicans and Republicans. Let me remember that Kevin McCarthy struck an agreement with President Biden just at the beginning of this year. But this agreement that helps to keep the government open was something that this small group, but very powerful, very influential within the Republican Party in the House of Representatives, they didn't like it. So they forced the Speaker to break the deal right after it signed for it. And right now we are in a situation in which apparently a group of hard-line Republicans are controlling the leadership of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives. So this week is not about the shutdown. This week is about the leadership of Kevin McCarthy. And if he is not able to deal or to make a deal with those internal group of hardline Republicans, his position is at stake.
Interesting. Meanwhile, millions of Americans will have to pay the price for this shutdown if it happens. Gustau Alegret, thank you.